My neighbor once told me something I can't forget. You deserve a little extra reward, she whispered that evening, an evening that still echoes in my memory like a secret suspended in warm air. But before anyone jumps to conclusions, let me tell you the truth behind those words, because what happened that day wasn't about flirtation, it was about healing, kindness, and two people who needed something far deeper than rewards. It began with a broken gate, and ended with a door opening inside my heart. If you stay with me until the final moment, you'll understand how one ordinary request changed everything. The sun was setting when I stepped out of my small house, stretching after another long shift at the workshop. My days were simple: fix motors, weld frames, repair appliances, anything to keep bills paid and life going. Across the yard, Mrs. Alina, my neighbor, struggled with her old wooden gate again. She had lived alone since her husband passed away 4 years ago, and though she carried herself with grace, you could see the quiet loneliness settling around her like dust on forgotten furniture. Ahmad, she called softly when she noticed me. Can you help me for a moment? The gate, it just won't stay in place. I walked over immediately. I'd helped her with little things before: changing bulbs, carrying groceries, but I never intruded unless she asked. She was kind, reserved, and always wore the gentle smile that made you feel like your presence mattered. The gate's hinge had come loose again. I tested it, tightening the screws, then noticed the deeper problem: the wood had rotted around the joint. It needs a new frame, I told her. Just repairing the screws won't hold it anymore. Her face fell, as though she hated being a burden. I don't want to trouble you further. You're not troubling me, I said. I'll fix it. She hesitated. It could take time. And you've already done so much. It's okay, I replied, kneeling beside the gate. Let me help. As I worked, she stood quietly beside me, her hands folded. The neighborhood sounds faded: the barking dog in the distance, the rustle of leaves, until all I could hear was the faint heaviness of her breathing. After about 20 minutes, the new temporary support I made held the gate upright again. Thank you, she said softly, her eyes glistening more than usual. I truly don't know what I'd do without you. I wiped the dust from my hands. It's just a gate. No, she murmured, it's not just a gate. You always show up when things fall apart. There was a long silence. A kind that doesn't ask for words. Then she suddenly spoke again. Let me get you something, you deserve a little extra reward. She turned to walk toward her house, but I gently stopped her. Alina, you don't need to reward me. Helping you is enough. She looked at me with a strange mix of gratitude and sorrow. It isn't about money or gifts, she said. It's because nobody has helped me this way in years. Sometimes kindness is more valuable than anything else. Her voice cracked slightly, and I realized she wasn't giving me a reward. She was trying to express a loneliness she rarely admitted. That night, when I returned home, her words echoed in my mind. I didn't know then that fixing her gate would lead me into one of the most emotional chapters of my life, but something told me this wasn't the last time she'd call for help, or the last time I'd learn something from her. The next morning, I decided to redo her entire gate properly. She hadn't asked, but I felt she deserved something lasting, not a temporary fix. I bought new wood, sanded it, cut it, prepared fresh hinges, and by noon I was ready to install everything. As I approached her yard, I saw her sitting on the porch, shoulders wrapped in a shawl, staring at the old gate like it was a memory she wasn't ready to let go of. Your back, she asked, surprised. I'm rebuilding the gate today, I said simply. Her eyes softened in that way people do when they've forgotten how it feels to be thought about. As I worked, she made tea. She brought a cup to me, holding it with both hands. You remind me of him, she said quietly. My husband. He used to fix everything around here. He loved making things feel safe. I slowed my work. I'm sure he was a good man. He was, she whispered. And ever since he left, the house feels silent. The gate falling apart made me feel like everything else was falling apart too. There it was, the truth hiding behind all those small requests for help. I didn't say anything. I simply kept working, tightening each screw with care, smoothing every rough corner as if it mattered more than timber and metal. By evening, the new gate stood firm, strong, steady, reliable. She touched it lightly, tracing the smooth surface. It's beautiful, she breathed. Ahmad, this is too much. It's what you needed, I said. She turned toward me slowly, her eyes filled with emotion she'd held in for years. You deserve a little extra reward, she repeated, but this time, her voice wasn't teasing, nor grateful in a shallow way. It was emotional, heavy, sincere. Not a gift. Not money. Just my appreciation. My trust. My prayers for you. She stepped closer, placing her hand over her heart. Sometimes our gates break, but it's our hearts that feel the damage. You didn't just fix wood today. You fixed something inside me. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't expecting anything profound. I simply helped a neighbor. But in that moment, I realized something: kindness travels deeper than we think. When you help someone carry their struggles, even if it's just a gate, you're building something stronger than walls. You're building connection, she smiled gently. Thank you for reminding me that good people still exist. As I walked back home under the orange evening sky, I felt a quiet warmth settle inside my chest. What she gave me wasn't a reward, it was something far more valuable, a reminder that compassion still matters, and every small act can change someone's world, and that was the moment I understood: sometimes fixing a broken gate can fix a broken heart too.